Hello, blessed souls. This is Brainy Twin Gemini here for August 3rd, 2020. First and foremost, I want to thank you all so much for the love, the likes, the subs, the sense of community on our channel. It really warms my heart, and I love you all so, so much. So, I wasn't sure if I was going to do I don't know if I want to call it reading, because I always want to say journal entry, because I write in my journal entry or journal every single day, and the cards always depict what's in my journal. So I was just upstairs having a bath, and when I was in the bath, it was like, no, you have to give this message. So it usually always comes to me either before my bath or after or during. I'm in there and meditating, and it's like, no, you have to give this message now. So from what I understand, it's a full moon, and it's a full moon in Aquarius. So this stuff does not affect me. The moon does not affect me, but the energy does, if that makes any sense at all. So I get affected by energy. I take in energy. I'm a messenger on this journey. I've been given a very profound gift, and this gift is meant to be given back to you. So I get this energy, and I never know when there's a full moon. I always have to look it up, to be quite honest, because the energy is kind of like erratic. It's just, I don't know, it's hard to explain, like just erratic, neurotic, down. And it's so crazy because I'm not that kind of a person. So I look and I'm like, is there a full moon? And then sure enough, I look and there's a full moon today. And it's so crazy. So like I said, I write in my journal. Everything I do is from pen to paper. I've shown you guys many times. This is the one I'm working on right now. I have stacks and stacks of journals. And these are messages, and I believe they're messages that are meant to be delivered to you. Some of this stuff is sacred to me, but majority of it is messages that I have to give to you. And I feel that my sole purpose in life is to be a messenger, a healer, and to spread the word of unconditional love. And that's what I do. So I'm going to go through, and again, thank you so much, guys. I love you all so much. You're amazing. And thank you so much for the support with the bunny. Truly means the world to me. All right. So, for animosity purposes, I always have to keep this confidential, but I'm going to go through the signs and the syncs and the number sequencing that I've been seeing. And if it resonates, it resonates. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Just pack it away in your pocket. Kindly don't leave comments on the wall if you have feedback for me personally. This is a tough journey. And a lot of people don't understand this journey. And this channel actually is meant for people, like-minded people, to share their experiences with each other and in a loving manner. So if you have feedback for me personally, send me an email. I'll gladly welcome your feedback. So the numbers I've seen is 222, 444, 1111. I can't run from this number. This number has been jumping out at me for weeks. And these cards just jumped out at me. Jumping out at me for weeks. So, yeah, and 555 and 1212. So, I want to go over a few things that happened in the last couple of days. So, today, sitting out back, and I'm always outside in the summertime, and I looked up in the sky, and there was two balloons, and they were low, and then they were just like ascending up high. And I'm like, that's crazy. Two balloons. So I looked at these two balloons, and I'm like, wow, that's kind of crazy. I see these two balloons going up into the sky. So I feel like both of you are ascending. You know, these messages come in varying different forms, nature primarily, but these two balloons, and I'm like, it's so beautiful. Ascension, balloons, two of them. Not one, not three, but two. and it was absolutely beautiful. And my next door neighbor was outside. I'm like, hey, look at the balloons, look at the balloons. And I swear they think like I'm just like insane, because I see the beauty in absolutely every single thing, everything. So also yesterday, kind of crazy how this shit happens, but it's all timing. It's all divine timing. So it was raining. I'm in Ontario, Canada. It was raining. It was pouring rain actually. And I just opened up the door, the back door, and there was a little rabbit, 1/8 of the size of the one that I have, and just itty bitty. And there's a gray black cat, or a gray, not gray black, a gray cat just about ready to chomp on this rabbit. And I just kind of yelled at the cat, because the rabbit was like literally on the grass. And it's like, it's so weird. So it just, the timing of me going outside, seeing that the rabbit ran away, the rabbit was fine, the cat fine also too. But I'm thinking, you know, everybody's always talking about these wild animals, but these wild animals actually live in subdivisions. That's where they make their homes, in gardens, this and that and the other. And then you've got domestic animals that live inside of homes. So what is it? You know, is it domestic, wild? What is it? You know, and I feel like I have all these babies in the backyard, baby chipmunks, baby cardinals, baby robins, baby rabbits, you know, and I feel like I am a mother. Mother Nature. But no, people call me Snow White. I don't know why they come here. They must feel protected. So I feel that you're both protecting this connection. And it's beautiful. But what I'm finding about, and again, this full moon, these full moons drive me crazy, because my star is the sun. I relish the sun. I'm always in the sun. When I can, I'm out there praising the sun. I'm not a moon person. Sorry if you are, but I'm just not. And I feel the energy, but I feel a sense of loneliness. I feel a sense of nostalgia. And primarily, I feel confusion and I feel doubt. And I feel like some of you are thinking this is one-sided. I'm going insane. This isn't real. This is a fabrication in my mind. This love is not real. It's real. Go with your gut. Go with your intuition. It may not pan out the way you want it to pan out. You know, like life sometimes isn't easy, and you don't always get what you want, you know, at the time that you want it. Like I said, divine timing. I went out there, saw that cat predicating on that rabbit. It's all about timing. And you're vulnerable. For some reason, when you come into each other, you're vulnerable. And you don't even know you're vulnerable. You realize you're vulnerable when the physical distance comes in. But one thing I want to say about the physical distance and the love, you love. Love, 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 love. You love each other. There's no question there. But think of this. Think of this caveat. The person that walks away takes great courage. It's not fear. It's courage. It's courage because they know they have that love in their heart, and they know how much love they have. So to walk away, I know it sounds like an oxymoron. It takes courage to walk away from that love. And the courage is because the healing has to occur. This is a spiritual awakening. This is a soul activation. When you look at each other, when you come into each other, you immediately go into shock. And the person that walks away, truly, at the end of the day, it takes courage, because this is a love that either one of you have ever experienced in your lifetime. So to walk away takes courage. It's easy to stay, but it takes courage to go walk away and heal. So on that note, I'm going to get started. I always leave things out of my journal just because I flip the cards, truly folks, out of my own entertainment, because the cards never cease to amaze me. And yeah, I do it for me. Truly I do. So I'm going to call out for 4 cards, please. Just going to shuffle them a bit. Oops, sorry folks. One more time. Just gonna, I'm curious because I write on average about 5 pages a day. 4 cards, please. Oh, so if you're new to the channel, how I do this is I do what's the current DM energy as of now. If the masculine energy could say anything to the feminine energy, what would they say? And what is the overall outcome as of now? We live in the now. We don't live in the past. We don't live in the future. We live in the now. So, whatever comes to me now. Oops, that was an epic fail. I'm going to call out for 4 cards, please. If this is 4, I'll take it. Thank you so much. Exactly. This stuff just never ceases to amaze me. Anger. Okay. Again, this full moon energy, I don't know. Yeah, there's anger. And I think what I feel is there's anger and frustration and okay, so anger is always a secondary emotion. Anger stems from a primary emotion, and primary emotion could be confusion, could doubt, fear, worry, so many things. But the masculine energy is feeling a sense of anger right now, and they're kind of feeling like I'm just kind of done with all of this, like I'm done. And I feel like the feminine energy is of the same wavelength. It's getting to a point now where you're just like, I'm done. I'm done with all of this. I get the 5D. I get all of this, but I'm just done. Because at the end of the day, this is about, like I said, an awakening, spiritual growth, healing, kundalini. There's so many elements that go with this. But then you get to a certain point where you're like, yeah, I'm done. You know, the love is so profound and so pure, raw, vulnerable, magical. At some point you were like, yeah, you know what? I'm good with the 5D, but in the 3D, which is the world we live in right now, I just want to hold you and never let you go. So there's some anger there. This offer card, okay? There's an offer coming for many. And if you read my comments, and you unfortunately can't read my emails, a lot of this is coming into fruition. There's contact, there's communication, there's so many things that are happening. But what I want to say, it's all in divine time. What it's meant to be is meant to be. And you've got to let go. And some people say to me, well, I'm not letting go. No, you got to let go and surrender. Okay? Surrender to the love and just accept the love in your heart. I love it. I love it so much. Telepathy. This card has come out every single freaking time. So it's telepathic communication is real. You know, if you're in the physical, you will think of each other and you'll either text each other while you're thinking of each other, it's like, oh, I was just going to text you. Or it could be when you were in the physical, you finished each other's sentences, you just knew what each other were thinking. In physical distance, it's the same, but I feel in physical distance, it's more profound, the telepathic communication. You actually, well, if you're of one soul, of course, if you get to that higher consciousness, you're going to feel, hear the thought of each other. It's called higher consciousness. It's called energy. We are energy. Exactly that. So they feel the telepathic communication, offer coming, anger. It has to do with this full moon for sure. Surrender. I love this card. I love it so much. They are surrendering to the love. One of the most difficult things to do is to surrender and accept, because you fight it. You continuously fight this love. Push it away. You're like, no, I'm done. I'm finished. You know, this is bullshit. I'm not doing this anymore. This doesn't exist. You know what I mean? Just surrender. Let it go. Let the divine do what it's meant to do. But this is what's going on right now. It's kind of diverse, right? I love it though. Telepathic, offer, surrender, anger. There's definitely anger. And like I said, anger is just a secondary emotion. There's so much that goes with this. Oh, and August 19th is the year anniversary of my channel. So, I don't know what I'm going to do yet. I'm going to do something. I don't know how I'm going to do this. But I'd love to help you guys and gals some way. So let me think of what I can do for you. So I want to thank you so much for the love. So even if it's like pulling too many, sorry. Even if it's like pulling one card for, I don't know. I'm going to think something. 3 cards, please. Oh no, I can't. Sorry guys. Too many. 2 cards, please. One card, please. Sorry folks, sometimes it takes time. Sorry about my hands. These are working hands. Summer hands. One card, please. Oh my. One card, please. Stubborn, stubborn, stubborn. Oh my. It's gonna be good. Sorry, folks. Thank you. Oh. All right. So, as I said, here, this is a spiritual journey. It's exactly what this is. Once you realize that this is a spiritual journey, and it's tough. It's truly, truly tough. Sometimes I can't even articulate what this journey is about. It is definitely spiritual. It's soul. It's getting to the inner depths of your soul. But the divine masculine energy at this moment realizes that it's a spiritual journey, and they know that they're on a spiritual journey, which is absolutely fabulous. It's beautiful, because once you get to that, you're getting close to fruition, really, believe it or not. And what you have to do is you have to do you. Do you. Don't worry about each other. You have that beautiful telepathic communication and that beautiful, beautiful love. You have to focus on you. It's a spiritual journey. And surrender and just let go. Accept the love. But definitely a spiritual journey. Daydreaming, as I said in my journal, nostalgia, daydreaming, same thing. Beautiful. I love it, and I love it so much. Daydreaming, visions. The masculine energy is daydreaming of visions of a life they want to have with you. Beautiful. It's true. It's absolutely, absolutely true. This, I can't believe. Past life connection. Oh, I didn't go over all the animals I saw, but that's fine. Past life connection. It's definitely a past life connection. When you looked at each other, you had this soul recognition, and that's past life connection. And right now what I feel is your souls, both of your souls, are longing for each other. It's soul love, spiritual soul journey. And it's definitely past life. And you may be having dreams of an unrecognizable person. And it could be in history, like historic times, caveman times. It could be like 1920s, 1800s, whatever it may be. That is, if you're having those dreams, that is an indication that this is a past life connection. And that unrecognizable person, being, physical being, is truly your soul past life love. And I love it so much. Truth. I love this card. I love it so much. What can I say about this? What the divine masculine energy wants to say is they weren't quite forthright and truthful. When you're together, you are your authentic selves. When you're physically together, you're true and authentic. You're you. But when you're you, you're protecting the connection and you're not quite truthful about things. And I feel like the masculine energy wasn't truthful, but the truth is coming out. And they're ready to tell you the truth. And the reason they were not ready to tell you the truth is because they were protecting you. And protecting you because of, well, they were just protecting you. And I love it. And I love it so much. So the last is the overall energy. It's beautiful. The truths are coming out. The masks are coming off. One more time. I don't like that at all. Okay, I'm going to call out to the divine for 4 cards, please. The way they come out, it's the way they come out. That's 4. I can't. I can't. I'm sorry, folks. I just can't. True love. This is genuinely true love. 2 swans. Beautiful. I love it so much. Yeah, this is true love. You both, this is collective energy, both energies right now. You both feel like this is a love you've never experienced. This is genuinely true love, and I love it, and I love it so much. Masks. Truth. I can't, okay? The masks are coming off. The reason why you put the masks on sometimes is you're, again, like I said, protecting. And sometimes we have masks that we wear in life because we've subdued so much hurt and trauma. So we wear a mask to pretend everything is fine. We're strong, we're cool, we're dynamic, we're it. That's a mask. Because deep below the surface, at the inner depths of your core, your soul, at the bottom, I like to say, there's trauma. So you wear this mask. And many, I'm not saying all, come into each other to trigger that healing, to get to that core. That mask is coming off. And many have already come off and dealt with what they needed to deal with. But I love it. I love it so much. Cycles. Okay? This is for some of you. Be careful not to perpetuate the same cycles over and over and over again. This is a Ferris wheel. It goes around and around and around and around. And that's what a cycle means. Going around and around. So what are you perpetuating? Is it people in your life that's not serving you? Is it an addiction that's not serving you? Is it overworking? There's so many things, just be careful. Don't perpetuate the same cycles. Learn from, the cycle and move forward, because if you don't, you're going to stay blocked. And as I said, I cannot, I always say I can't cheat this. I don't want to cheat it, and I can never cheat it. It just, the divine won't allow me to. And I kept saying, I'm seeing 1111. It's like screaming at me for the last few weeks. And I'm not even looking for it. Like, my emails, there's in like I've multiple auto rules set up, and it's like 11 here, 11 there. I've got 1,111 emails for it's too much. So this is beautiful. 1111 means something. And when you start seeing this 1111, usually you'll see, well, just from my own experiences, you'll start seeing 444 first. That's a sign that you're awakening. But you see 1111. And for all of the information that's out there, 1111 truly means twin flame connection. And I love it, and I love it so much. So I'm going to do 4 cards, different messages. Today I'm going to do animal spirit because I want to. Just feel like it. So I'm going to call out to the divine for 4 messages. And if they could say anything to you right now, what would they say? Four cards, please. I usually have to say, please. Thank you. Pretty much. Sorry. Three cards, please. Sorry, folks. Three cards. Thank you. 3. Alright, so we have, you scare the shit out of me. How do you scare the shit out of me? Well, what I'm feeling right now in this moment is many are successful. Many, again, there's truths and masks that need to be taken off. And you scare the masculine energy because of the truth and the mask that they need to take off and tell. And they're scared. And the reason why they're scared is because they feel that if they tell the truth and the dynamic of whatever universe that they're living in that moment, you're going to say, yeah, no. So they're scared. And you personally scare the shit out of them. Because they're just afraid for the truth to come out. But it's coming out. I love you to the moon and back. This came out. Oops, sorry. That's kind of crazy. What just happened there? Oh my gosh. I'm gonna have to pull that card because it just flipped out of my deck on its own. They love you to the moon and back. It's a full moon. I just think it's crazy. I think you both love each other to the moon and back. It's divine, perfect, beautiful love, and I love it so much. Be patient with me, my love. Many of these divine masculine or masculine energies, they are protectors, they are providers. And when they come in, they want to come all in. They don't want to come in with like a little teeny bit. When they come in, there's going to be an explosion. There's going to be fireworks. So please be patient. And patience is a virtue. And I feel like for feminine energy, that's what you need. That's kind of like the lesson that you need to learn. Sorry, I don't mean it in a bad way at all. I never mean anything in a bad way. But sometimes you just lose patience. And lastly, and I absolutely wrote this in my journal today, you are my future wifey. And I love it. I love it so much. And I'm going to pick this card up that fell like literally on the floor. And so it just literally like jumped out. And so I had to pick it up. Fear. So there's an element of fear. And, you know, some people email me and say, well, I'm not fearful. Well, fear is a very dynamic emotion. It's not, I'm not afraid. It's not that you're not afraid. Sometimes there's the fear of surrendering and letting go. So that's what I have for those. And today I'm going to do animal spirit because I haven't done it for so long. Just reach over here. So sorry. And these cards are really hard to work with. They're like pretty much cardboard. And I'm going to do feminine energy first because, well, females first. Very hard to work with. So if one card flips face up, I'll take it. Or whatever flips face up, I'll take it. And if one flips out, I'll take it. And I'm going to call it to the divine for whatever happens. And two came out, so I can take them. Okay, so we're going to take that. And I'm going to call it out to the divine for masculine animal spirit. Too many. It has to flip this way. Oh, we have mouse. Isn't that ironic? Because I have a mouse in the house that I'm trying to humanely trap. All right. So we have number 3. Armadillo spirit, set healthy boundaries. And I love it. I love it so much because that's one of the things I have in my journal as well. And what I have in my journal about that is ego. So there's healthy ego and then there's unhealthy ego. So a lot of people are like, oh, you haven't undergone an ego death. You have to set healthy boundaries too. Loving unconditionally and forgiving unconditionally is one thing, but you can't allow people to walk all over you like you're a doormat either. So it says, learning to set healthy boundaries is a gift of Armadillo spirit. You are entering a phase where, in order for you to be in alignment with your intentions and co-create your best life, you may have to be discerning and say no to many things that may have been okay for you in the past. This also means that you need to learn where you end and where others begin, what is yours to own and what is not. Know your limits and understand that it's an empowering choice to say no to what doesn't feel right. Armadillo spirit is here to tell you it's time to be honest with yourself about what you really want. Be clear on what you are agreeing to. Declare what your needs are and say no as a full sentence. These are acts of respect and kindness to others as well as yourself. Trust your body's signals and you will know what to do. Armadillo spirit guides you in making good decisions that are grounded in a strong sense of what belongs to you and what does not. And I love it. I love it so much. Totally wrote that in my journal today. Cannot believe it. Sometimes I just want to read it to you. It's too much. Mouse spirit, number 40, if that means anything to you. Tend to the small things. It's number 40. So whatever things you need to tend to, tend to. Sorry. Okay. The humble mouse pays attention to the smallest details, and mouse spirit calls on you to notice the nuances and the fine print at this time. In your eagerness to meet your goals and pursue your dreams, it is easy to forget the importance of clear communication and tending to the little things, including people's subtle signs that they are unhappy, as well as a small voice inside of you that says, "This doesn't feel right." Take your time to sniff out what you need to know. Is there some detail or nuance about how you engage others or operate in the world that is key to your success, but you too readily dismissed it as nothing big or nothing special? Mouse spirit reminds you that what seems small may be more important and powerful than what you think. So look again. Do not underestimate yourself or your potential for co-creating something amazing when you pay attention to the details. You need to pay attention to this. Sorry. Kind of crazy how things work out here. And the last thing I have for you, beautiful, blessed souls, is one last loving message for this evening. For you to take, whether it be day, night, afternoon, wherever you are. I'm going to call it to the divine for one. Thank you. Well, y'all know what the front looks like by now. Okay. It says, life is consistently changing, yet its core remains the same. Love does not change, it only grows stronger. Change is simply love unfolding. It's a never-ending story. Love it so much. And again, thank you all so much for the love, the likes, the subs, the sense of community on our channel. It really warms my heart, and I love you all so much. And if this resonates, thumbs up. And again, have a great night, folks.